bookmark for the maintenance shed.
Yeah.
Reason I listed it there is we got a proposal from Fontaine for the removal of the asphalt and a new concrete slab to start this thing. 21 and change. It may go down slightly. I've got questions into them that I'm challenging a few of the things. But even if it doesn't, 21, I forget the exact number. And, you know, I guess, in a sense, you've already approved the expenditure of this, but I wanted to bring each piece to you,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, to yay and nay. And, you know, if they do go down, we're only talking probably hundreds. If it's $1,000, it's gonna be a lot, so, you know, whether it's 20 or 21 and change,
Let
same
me
deal.
ask you a question we talked about today, and I realize that none of this has gone past with, just talking with Carter, but the proposed extra parking with the fire station. Yes. And I did speak with Carter, and we said, yeah, okay, we don't have to do with the trees, okay. But what are your thoughts, and again, I realize we might be running out of kind of summer or whatever you want to call it, but I thought, wouldn't it make sense to put maybe that, whatever, storage area over there? If we had a more defined idea of when that could be done. So in other words, let's say that we somehow got all this approval and it would be done in October, in other words, cleaned and ready for whatever.
Where the trees are.
Yes, where the trees are. I'm still right there, okay? And I haven't talked to the fire chief at all about this at all. But I started to think to myself, well, boy, wouldn't it make sense to put it over there? Because there's going to be some limited parking. We know that there's not going to be a ton of parking anyway. I don't know. I was just, it might actually be more money over there than it would be normally. But I just thought, you'll get your parking spots back if we do anything over there whatsoever that you need to take out for the storage. I mean, so I think it's, when I say 6 one, half dozen of the other, it's easy to do it now because obviously the driveway is there and everything. But I don't know what you thought. I mean, again,
I mean, there's issues,
electrical,
with just who owns the property,
Yes,
where the
yeah.
setbacks are. I mean, I don't think we've served that survey.
electric,
and
I just thought about that for a
the
minute. You already
electrical
run
over
it to
there,
the,
yeah. I mean, I think
conduit.
it would be a little bit more complicated.
And also,
Okay.
And I
if,
think Rick wants to have his equipment
Look
a
closer,
little bit
too.
Yeah.
closer. Yeah.
but also, if you recall in that sketch I sent over, I forget how many spots there were. Without the trees, it was, I don't know, 8, 10, something
Yeah.
in that range. So now you lose
You're
8 or 10
right.
spots, but you
You're
pick
right.
up 3.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Makes sense.
And
Yeah.
maybe cost more money.
Right.
To boot, and be
Makes sense.
less convenient. So.
Okay. Good. I mean, I just thought we
but
just kind
no,
of thought
it's
about
good.
that
That's
as
the
well.
way sometimes it says, wow, great idea, and we start thinking about it, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. Thank you.
No problem. All right, so that's that item. Next one, remobilization for striping the roads, basically due to the police chief coming up with all these changes and basically delayed it. They finished the job. They couldn't stripe on the same day that he planned on doing it. So there could possibly be an additional cost from the striping company to remobilize and bring all their equipment back here again.
We didn't have any striping down by the country store?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we will.
We have a crosswalk, we have diagonal parking, we have
They just haven't done it yet.
that big.
Yep, they just
that-
haven't done it
Oh,
yet.
okay.
That-
all
right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I threw a few bucks in there for that. I have no idea how much it really would be. I don't think it'd be that much. 191, removal, replacement, reinstallation of the room sign backup plates for the security film. So each room sign is on the side light of the door. But then it gets a blank plate on the back so that
Yeah.
you don't look through and see the
Yeah.
two-sided tape, okay? Each one of those had to be taken off so that the
that
security
film.
film could be put on it.
Oh, boy.
And I started trying, Tommy, the laborer on the job, and we broke 2 of them. It was so hard between, like, trying with spackle knives, and I even tried with wire, working it down. But they managed to do it somehow. I don't know how long it took them.
They show
But we did it
alcohol.
on T&M with them, so it was
Okay.
like, it's done. The 3rd floor has the film on it now.
I was there when they were putting it on. It was, yeah, pretty cool.
So I threw something in for that. It was, Because it was always still a matter of, you know, I don't know how many there were, must be 50, 60
at
of them.
least, yeah.
You know,
All the side lights, yeah.
it was really, really the hardest tape
Yeah.
I've ever had to deal with trying to get it off. So, that's what that is. 192, modify health room cabinet. This is a cabinet that was designed with a pre-molded plastic. If you think of the side walls, two sheets that have like ridges that would create tracks,
Oh,
all right, and then sliding into those tracks are kind of like trays, like
Yeah.
that big, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches deep. Apparently, and that's when it was an art room.
oh,
Health room.
So, yeah, this is.
This is like totally useless to
That's right.
her, and she would prefer shelving. Well, coincidentally, we also were given the shelves.
Oh.
So the only thing we're really looking at here is for them to come back and drill all the little holes so you can put the pins in
Oh.
that the shelf sits on. So
All
it
right.
should be minimal. 193, that's the whole thing now with the
Striping.
striping. I don't know how much, there've been so many changes, I can't tell you. I was gonna do a takeoff, and I said, you know, just wait till they come back and see what they say. But, you know, we do have some additional arrows, the big fat left turn arrow,
Yeah,
left and
yeah.
straight. But we eliminated some bicycle
yeah.
logos or whatever you want to call them. So I just don't know how it's going to shake out when it's all said and done. There are going to be definitely additional signs that they want for kind of defining that, I'll call it like the inside lane, that people will kind of queue up, come around, hugging the inside left side so that they can go right into the drop-off area. That's what most of the signage is, stop sign down the corner, because now that it's, you can go 2 ways, the left lane has to get its own stop sign. We're building out, remember where it was gonna be striped diagonally, kind of like fattened out, well, now it's gonna, they don't wanna do that and then take a sign post, put it right in the middle where you wanna plow.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, that's
right.
gonna get all snowy and it's gonna be right there, so they're gonna run a bituminous curb around it. I thought they were gonna do granite, just because I don't think the bituminous curb's gonna last, like any other bituminous curb. You know, the first time they hit it, it may be gone. But, maybe we can get an alternate price for granite, just to say,
Where's that again?
You're talking about at
the corner of the general store, at the side of
Oh.
the plumber's house.
Oh, yeah.
Right, when you actually would make the turn.
Right.
That spot, it kind of, it was always there, it was always striped out, kind of.
Yeah, it was striped out previously.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, like a D
Yeah.
shape or something. Basically that with a little smoother curve, so if you can go into the left, you actually kind of can give yourself a little turn looking in
Right.
the direction
Yeah,
you're gonna
okay.
go. But that would be, in this case, asphalt, loam, seed.
You're gonna have that there, but it probably should be granite then.
I was gonna say, I mean,
Otherwise, it's gonna get.
it's
Right,
just gonna
I
get
mean,
crushed
you're
into the
gonna hit it.
ground,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's easy enough when we issue
Yeah.
the CCD to just
just-
say alternate for granite
Right.
curb in that area. We can do that.
That one I have no idea how much that's gonna cost. So I threw 15 in for that. Tack boards, reframe, I crossed out remove, because Tom, the laborer, and I, we took them off the other day because it was holding up Mike Wakefield and his group.
Yep.
So we just did that, but basically we had 3 or 4 rooms that the whiteboard, marker board, was put in front of the back box that gets the
Oh.
smart board. It was just, you know, one
Oh, they
drawing
put it
said
there?
one thing,
Oh.
one drawing
Well,
said
there were
another, and
several-
they both.
Rooms that we had planned for future displays, and then when they were buying out the TVs, they had enough, I guess, money in the budget so they added a couple TVs in a couple of the spaces that we hadn't originally planned. So it wasn't that big of a deal, just had to move
Yeah.
the marker boards, and we're gonna,
But they just have to take the tack boards off and reframe part of
Right.
them now, because they were all kind of a tuck into the same trim, and now it would look a little silly, so, to make it right. And last one is, the room next to mine, between the elevator and my room, she doesn't have a tack board at all.
Really?
Yeah. Might be the only room that didn't call for one, but, so she would like to get a tack board on the right hand, kind of like the wall that backs up to where my office is now.
Yep.
So, that's what that is. So
How-
it's,
Yeah, what about the TV? I know that the TVs are at least around, not on station, they're not on station, I don't think, but,
many of them are,
oh, they are? Okay.
installed,
It's just
but-
waiting for the brackets, correct?
which is
Mounts.
next week.
Good. Because once it'll be interesting to see that, you know what I mean, when that's all
Yeah.
done, so.
And apparently, the agreement was that, if you believe it, now, ACAS has given us a lot of heartache on this job.
Mm.
But they have assured Mike that once the brackets come in, they will load up the job as needed to ensure that they're done before school opens. So if you choose to believe that, I mean, I'm sounding a little cynical maybe, but, you know, I've
Right.
heard a lot of empty promises, but maybe they'll actually come through.
Okay.
Who knows? So that's really it. I mean, that's all we really have.
Shorter and shorter, so.
Yeah,
That's good.
Any work that's not done, by the time school opens, I assume it'll be done weekends or after school
yeah,
hours.
they'll have to.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what it's gonna be, more than likely. It's up at the high roof screen and the low roof screen, the acoustic screens that we have on Wellington and around the top. They get capped with the sheet metal cap that matches the other coping around the building.
Yeah.
When it arrived at the roof, it arrived damaged. Someone had, in the shipping, had dropped it on its end, and all the ends of all the strips of
All
sheet metal.
compressed.
So
Right.
back it went, or dumpster it went, and it's on order. They said towards the end, the 20-something, it's coming in, but
Yeah.
good chance it has to be fabricated, bent, shaped, you know, installed. It might be done, and a lot of stuff that'll get done. Easy stuff, like some painting touch-ups, because we're still not finished with punch list. He may run in early in the morning, do a bunch of stuff, afternoons, after school.
A lot of it's painting, like miscellaneous caulking and
What,
things
what,
like
if-
that.
what were the items that needed to be, I guess, finalized to get the actual occupancy permit?
They're all done, first of
Oh,
all.
they are, oh, good, good.
Last one was done today. It was the light fixture on the loading dock, it was striping of the parking lot, and the sprinkler heads. No, not the sprinkler heads.
That was already done.
Yeah,
I thought it was just striping of the handicap parking spaces.
There were three things.
Loading dock, ramp, light.
Oh, the cable for the underground cable for the cameras, the outside cameras had been the wrong type, and the electrical inspector caught it. So they had to re-pull the
Oh,
proper
wow,
cable in,
okay.
which was done.
Good. I mean, good that you caught it.
So that was, so that's why I told Joel today, even though we have this thing till the 14th,
Mhm.
and once we know it's done, which now we know, just, he said it's a phone call. I said, well, then make it.
Yeah,
Let's get ourselves 100% so people can stop thinking about it.
Right.
And, so.
Yep.
Hopefully, within the week, hopefully we could maybe see something.
Okay.
But we're all, I mean, you know, if it's next week, we know we're gonna get it now, so.
So we're all set with this?
Yeah.
We're in agreement? Okay,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're good to go on these?
Thank
For
you.
some of these smaller ones, I'll just do CCDs versus PRs, right, at this point?
Yeah, whatever's quickest.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no time for anything.
All right.
Teresa, have you been through lately? Oh. Oh, wait. Have you been through the school?
No, I haven't.
Well, let us know, so we can take you through.
Oh,
Have
we
you
could
been
go
through?
through?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, tomorrow's an open house.
Well, I thought I saw that, but then I didn't know, it didn't say when, it just said the day.
Oh, 4 to 6,
And it-
I
I
think.
think it's
And
on
I'm
there. Yeah,
thinking,
no, I think it's on there. You have
This
to.
is later.
Ask your next door neighbor when she comes
I
back.
will.
She'll tell you exactly.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
well,
for-
my granddaughter said, oh, we're going to open house tomorrow, and I said, oh, all right. So evidently that answers my question from
It
the
does.
computer.
When she goes, you go.
Yeah, 4 o'clock,
4 o'clock
yeah,
tomorrow?
4 to 6.
Oh, is that one? I know there's another one, it's,
And then Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
Thursday
Jeez.
morning,
Oh, wow,
9
what
to
happened here?
11, something like that.
Oh,
And then the following
Yeah,
one,
well,
say, for
absolutely.
the- mostly for the kids and parents.
yeah,
Yeah, so,
okay, so Thursday, 9 to 11.
in the morning, yeah,
Oh, that would be good.
yeah.
Okay. So who's showing us around? We showing ourselves around?
What time will you be there tomorrow? I mean, can you be there? I can help. I can certainly show you around.
Now, if he's got a doctor's appointment
we're allowed
tomorrow.
to make a cut on here, right? Else we're not hitting something.
Yeah,
gotta come
just sign it. and-
We got a little meeting we gotta go to tomorrow night. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah, I heard it on my phone. I got a call.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I should go, but I'm not.
I can let's see, look at my schedule. Let's see what my schedule's like tomorrow. Teresa, I'll take you.
Jeff will be there.
Did you pick a time to come through?
Well, I think maybe Thursday. It's 9 to 11, he said?
Is it Thursday?
Yes.
I know, I guess. it's-
8 to 11.
Oh, 8 to 11,
But-
okay.
Yeah.
8 to 11?
Yes, yep.
Oh, okay.
That's even better.
But you
Um,
can come anytime.
Okay.
If you want
yeah.
less crowds, I can actually, that way I can actually give you a full-on tour. So it's up to you.
You leave your shoes off, though. Take your shoes off, like, you know, when,
I don't mind. I'm barefoot all the time.
sorry, that's how it
anyway.
goes. You
Yeah.
gotta, okay, so.
Sanitize your hands before you come in.
You wash your hand, don't touch a thing, take your shoes
Oh,
off.
I know.
Static-free environment.
Feel like I'm back in my mom, the good living room, the good living room that you weren't allowed in. Yeah.
Plastic slip covers.
You can't, the sheets no one ever used.
Plastic slip covers.
Plastic.
I'm telling you. Christmas
So you
towels,
think-
my mother would say, don't use the Christmas towels. Well,
No.
that's for company.
That's right.
Your towels underneath this, I'm not joking, those Christmas towels, I don't think ever saw a hand, no one was allowed to use them. We never had company.
Yeah, I know. That was my house,
Those
too.
very Christmas towels were in the same shape they were in 82.
Yeah.
God.
Well, live in a house with kids. that get towels
No
all
one,
over.
no one touched those towels. Oh.
Okay, so Thursday, 8 to 11?
8 to 11 is just kind of a very,
Yeah,
we decided to, I think we're gonna close all the teachers' classrooms.
Oh, that's a good
'cause
idea.
Some of them are like having, like, honestly, emotional breakdowns because their rooms aren't ready and they're, it's like,
Yes.
Or
like you're
vice
showing them
versa.
your house, like, you know what I mean? They're like,
Right.
they're not ready.
But vice versa, some rooms are completely set up and they're
Yeah.
worried about kids coming in and.
Right.
Messing stuff. I don't blame them. You
So,
don't want them touching
I'll
stuff.
put the teachers' names on the outside of the doors, so the
idea.
kids know where they're going. And
Yeah.
again, we're gonna have a formal, traditional meet and greet open house on the 28th, so they will meet their teachers, they will get to go into the rooms.
That's-
That's all gonna take,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
all the stuff that normally it's gonna
Yeah.
definitely happen, so.
yeah, because that's the first day of school? No.
no,
no, that's the first day for the teachers back, so the first day of school is September 3rd.
Oh, that's right. That's
after
right.
Labor Day this year.
My other kids go to Quabbin.
Yes.
And they're starting,
They're starting
The
the
week-
27th, on
Yeah.
that Tuesday, that
We
my
normally
daughter's
do,
starting
like-
that, yeah, we
Like
normally
normally
do too.
is.
and that's why, I'm thinking, oh, no, that's Quabbin. These are
Right.
the other kids,
Yeah.
yeah. Because we waited for the school to be built. That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
And so part of my message today to parents too, just so you know, Dr. C, was that the building's still not completely done. So I
Yeah.
let them know they're gonna see things that need to be
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
done still, but we just wanna get the kids in
That's
and
right.
Yeah.
see the building, so.
I think Steve Castle and crew did a nice job actually saying that, look, you're getting a first, basically you're getting this first little sneak peek, but
Right.
we're still, putting light bulbs, we're doing this, we're doing that, so it's not
Oh,
perfect, but you
yeah.
at least get a sense of it. So, no, it's good.
Yep.
I think people understand that.
I hope so.
And
Yeah, I'll come early Thursday,
Okay.
8:39.
Put
Okay.
some pictures of Ballsville up there.
that's right.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, there's a lot of things that impress me, but just going into the room, being, temperature controlled, right? The whole environment feels like the same temperature
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean? Like
nice.
you're not hot, you're not cold.
Yeah.
It just, it's constant, you know, it's just, and of course, we've had some hot days,
Yeah.
like, especially yesterday, and you
Last
know.
week,
Yeah,
we
it's
took
really
a couple
bad.
of teachers through.
that's what, you can't open these windows, better not open these windows.
That's what we did in the old days.
I know, we did it last year.
As a matter of fact.
You don't have to now, it's nice and cool in there. Nice.
telling you,
So who's showing you around, just you, or
She does it best,
you
but
gonna show us around?
Hank always passes the torch off to me.
If I
Oh,
am
oh,
around.
I'm gonna be there a little bit in case, I mean, cause
Thursday.
I'll be there as many, for those days, yes.
So we're not,
Doesn't matter, I'm just,
we'll give you a bit of a tour. We're not, what's happening with everybody else, we're not giving them a, it would have been too.
oh, yeah.
I could not imagine
Right,
trying
just
to
to be
figure
there,
out.
look, they're just gonna roam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kids
yeah.
wanna see the gym, they wanna see the cafeteria.
Yeah.
The important stuff, so.
That's what people say, where's the cafeteria? I said, I'm not sure, it's down there somewhere.
Can't miss it when you walk
Yeah,
in,
it's right in front of you.
can't miss it,
Yeah, okay, that'll be good.
that's for sure.
Those pictures were good, Hank, that you had on,
well,
Facebook.
some of the teachers
yeah,
took those and stuff.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice building.
And it's feeling more like a school,
Yeah.
less than just like a building now.
Yeah,
There's
teachers
people,
and
yeah.
teacher stuff and,
We had two
Stuff.
retired teachers go through last weekend, they were just blown away.
Yeah?
Mrs.
Good.
Adrian Morgan and
Yeah.
Carol Early, so it was really nice.
They're gonna bring Sandy Colvette in on Friday morning.
Oh, they are,
Oh,
okay, good.
good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
good.
So,
Oh, wow, that gives me the chills.
mm.
Wow. Nice. Huh. God.
It's happening.
I know, everybody was crossing their fingers, it was like, you know, is it really gonna happen? I mean, you were always waiting for some big thing that, oh, this is bad, we're gonna be another month away, and I'm thinking, oh, no, no, but it didn't happen.
It didn't, it was a great
Everything went
project, very
kinda-
smoothly.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good,
My old
Everybody
boss,
seemed to
Good
know
crew.
what they were
Used to say
doing,
Carol
I
Derrick.
mean,
she's been superintendent a lot of years, and she's gone through a lot of building projects, and she said, you know what? People get all excited, I wouldn't get excited until they started digging, cause that's when the problems can really
Right.
start. Then she'd always say that, she goes, whatever's below that ground, that's when it was all, when the site was cleared, then she'd start feeling a little bit better, but she'd go, I don't get excited until I see that giant hole or whatever, and everything's out of the ground that's supposed to be, and
Yes.
all that. She used to say that all the time, yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You did a good job, Matt,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Team effort.
Really.
I'll say thank you for the whole group.
yeah, I mean, boy. Whenever you went by, everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing, and it was, you know, every day it looked good, it was, oh, look, they got the blue thing on the gym, not on the gym, on the playground, and, oh, you know, and then I said to the kids, well, go around the back, you wanna see the little kids' playground. Oh, we didn't know what that was.
Sean Sawicki tells the funniest story. So he walked on the kindergarten, the playground behind,
Yep.
and he had no idea that the ground was soft, right? That rubberized is soft, you kind of sink in. He got on there, and he thought he was like, he stepped on it like it was wet, or he was gonna fall through, like he almost fell, because he's like, oh God, like he's like thinking that he wasn't supposed to be. And I laughed because I stepped on, just on the edge of it, and I did the same thing. It's just that rubberized surface.
Yeah.
You almost feel like you can bounce, like you
Yeah.
literally can just bounce, but he almost fell because he thought literally he stepped into this, you know, goo that he was supposed to harden
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
It's so worth it. We put in a playground at my old school, and we decided to go with the mulch as a savings, but every year we have to replenish the mulch, and it's so just to have,
Mhm.
it's worth it. The longevity of that playground is
Mhm.
be tremendous.
Someone was standing, again, so many people have been through, and I've been kind of like just in earshot, but they're looking from the second or third floor, and they're looking down on the playground. And one of their kid, they just graduated, but one of the kids who was filming said, oh my God, that swing looks like the swing from the old playground we used to play on. And he goes, it is the same playground that we used to play, right? Oh my God, so, you know, because Steve was like, are you kidding me? And I said, yeah, I said, as a matter of fact, the same company that put it in, was still around, and they're the ones that you guys contracted with to put it back, and they started whatever. Those kids got the biggest kick out of the fact that that stuff was there, like, it was from the original, playground. It
Yeah.
was really neat to hear their reaction to that. Yeah.
Jeez.
That is a nice touch to have it.
I think so.
Still
I think
there.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Given what I learned about the woman, right?
Yes,
She, yeah, and all that she did for not only the schools but just for the town and what that playground meant. That was that's a really neat. I think that's a neat story. It's one of the neat stories part of that. I really do.
You know what I thought was neat about that too is where the playground is located. Someone had said that was kind of in the old building, that's where her room was or something in
Oh,
that
I heard the
same
same
area.
thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
thought
did
it
hear
was
that.
Oh,
pretty,
that's
Yeah.
neat. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
neat.
it's by coincidence, but,
That's so cool.
I think that was one of the things that was talked about real early on.
Yep.
Before the vote, I think, or maybe right after 15 vote. And there was a lot of talk, grabbing this or this and sticking it somewhere.
Yeah.
People wanna hold on to the old.
No, I know. It's funny
Well,
because.
get old, just come down here and walk around.
Yeah.
I cleaned that whiteboard many a noon times.
You should have been outside, but you had to clean the book.
Well, you know, there was a little problem with
There's
authority
always
back
a,
then.
there's always a circumstance, I get it.
reading out
Problem
your
with
sentence
authority.
100
Yeah.
times, yeah.
But it's, no, it's coming along, it's, again, just to watch because I've been in the last couple days, I haven't been in like every day or whatever, but the last couple I have, and just the progress the teachers are making in the rooms, just from day one to, day two, it's, my gosh, they're they're in there constantly, so it's been fun to talk to them about it too.
It's funny, it hits a certain point, like I'll stand back when it's just steel and I'll look at it. Wow, we still have a long way to go, we just have the skeleton up here. Then it starts coming together, then all of a sudden it seems to go brr, brr, brr,
Yeah.
and it's like, whoa,
Well, I thought the inside, once everything was enclosed, that's where I could not believe how fast, that once they got in, and just how you guys orchestrate the trades like that.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a dance from
Yeah.
the third floor, and just, it was mind-blowing to, like, oh yeah, the third floor, it's being cleaned, you're like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were just, literally, that was the most impressive part, I thought.
Yeah.
How all those trades work, and of course it's a dance, right? It's gotta happen in a certain sequence. It seems, I guess when things are perfect and everything, but, oh my God, it was just like, once they got inside, oh my God, they just moved.
and you can have too many people. You get to a certain point where you wanna say, just add more people to the crew to go fit. No, they'll be in each other's way
Right.
and stepping on each other's
Right.
toes.
It's a
and-
ballet,
So, no, Mike definitely coordinated it very well. Tell he's done it.
Painters alone, I hate painting, I'm never, but God, I hate painting. The way I literally watched the guy paint.
It was just like that one guy, just
Benny
Benny.
did
He did the
most of
whole
the
building.
building.
He just was there every
Unbelievable,
day. and
right,
just
though?
did
Just
the whole
not
building.
a drop. I swear to God, he put paint on his clothes just to make us feel good, right? Just kinda like, look, yeah, even
Yeah, we
I.
all get dirty.
Look at it, even I was just like, I'd had 5 things of tape, and still have hit the door jamb, not taped it right. He's not, no tape.
No tape.
Oh my God, that was, for me, I was just like, that's impressive. That's impressive. And the cement guys were fun to watch. Those guys, oh God. I just don't know them, but they were a crew. You could just tell that they're up to no good. You know what I mean? Like,
They were fun to watch because they
They-
were clowns. They
That's
really
it.
were.
They were constantly doing something to each other. I mean, it's like, I felt like, do I need to go out and yell at you guys? I mean,
Yeah.
Stooges.
There.
yeah.
Well, two different crews. I mean, the crews that did the foundation work were definitely the A team for that. The guys that did the sidewalk were probably a C, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they
Those
had
are the guys I'm talking about. They couldn't, you felt like you wanted to go out and go, hey, stop doing that to him and get going to work. Like almost like recess, you know what I mean? Like,
They were the only group too that would not make eye contact if you're walking through the building. All the other tradesmen and people there would, good morning, how are you? That was the one group I'd wait. I'd be like jingling my keys to get their attention, but they just wouldn't look.
Oh.
So they were definitely a little entity on their own. But everybody else who's running the building has been fantastic.
Yeah, a rough
No,
crowd.
that's funny. Well,
Those
your
concrete
movers, you
workers
talked
are-
about the 18 movers
Oh,
and
that's
then,
true.
and then
Then I got a
the,
Dudley.
whatever team that was in the very end of the day, you were, yeah.
Second day?
Third day.
Emily
I
comes,
thought
she goes,
when you brought them back.
No, the first initial move was 3
these guys are the
days.
best.
Oh,
Oh my
really?
God, they're so organized. Second day, how's the team? They're good, they're good. You know, third day, how are the kids?
I'm doing all the moving on my own.
I literally moved every box myself. I got one guy. There was one guy.
That was the day I had the one guy and the one teenager.
Yeah.
And I said, it was a really hot, humid day.
Yeah.
I said, I've got an air-conditioned office for you to have lunch in. So the second crew shows up, and I looked at the first crew, I said, they're not getting an air-conditioned office.
Yeah, they can eat
They can
outside.
eat outside in the sun. They're not getting anything from me.
The kid is putting like whatever, like paper, like just say, you know, something that could be crushed or whatever. You know, they're moving stuff. You put it on the bottom of the thing, and they're ready to put like, no. This could be broken. Like
Right,
you're like,
right.
the kid's like, oh yeah, you know. Like Emily's like that third day was.
The third day, that second crew, I didn't see a single one of them break a sweat. 'Cause I was drenched. Like, let's go, people. We need to get this done.
Was that the day the guy was riding the dolly across the cafeteria?
No, that was the
Oh,
other
jeez.
Yeah, it was like a skateboard.
Yeah, it was. No, that was one of the drivers who came back actually the second time around too, but.
Guy's like 6'4", he's got one cushion in his hand, like literally, I see it, like
Yes.
literally, he's got like a pink basket, like a, you know, like a doodad basket for one of the cousins, and like a cushion. He's like 6 whatever, like he's walking this up. I got Emily, she's got like, you know, things strapped, she's got a sweatband, you know,
That was the day I said to that guy in particular, I said, oh, I can help you a lot more today because everything's on the first floor, because I would run the elevator for them once we get to the new building. I said, oh, I can help you. This one says to me, you won't be moving any boxes in my presence, you're a lady.
Oh.
And then he didn't do anything with it.
and he was the one with the pink basket and the, you know, and the cushion going, here's the elevator key.
I was so angry,
Oh my God.
so angry.
Ah.
It's
Jeez.
a fun day, fun few days.
Yeah.
And they kept saying to me, don't you have paperwork you need to do? But we were in the midst of what configuration are we going to be? I said,
Yeah.
there's nothing for me to do. Because I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. So I
No.
can't, I'm not gonna go make a schedule for it to be changed tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Just an extra set of
They
hands.
wanted you to get out of there.
Kept them going, that's for sure.
I will say that this has probably been the smoothest project I've been involved in.
Yeah.
Great, great to hear.
You know, it was
Hello.
mainly,
Hi,
you know,
Teresa.
spontaneous.
How are you?
Good,
How are
just
you?
spontaneous.
I guess we could go up there, huh?
Can we sit up there?
Subs.
We could.
Hey, if,
Oh.
That would